welcome to the court of the Edijester. How are we doing, good people? This is stunning, utterly stunning, from at Twister Films. Most of you, or many of you, will be familiar with the work of Malcolm Richard Clark. Malcolm, documentarian, stalwart researcher, no corner goes undusted. He's in there. I'll find it. Right, so our Malcolm's really good at that, and he's got a Substack, blazing Substack, which is well worth a read. Constantly, his work is always exceptional. I could wish, right, that I was half as good. So this is an absolute barnstormer. So I thought, well, we'll stick it up and point it out to you guys. If you buy me a coffee, subscribe, please subscribe. If I could just get people on Twitter to subscribe to my YouTube, I'd be happy, chap. I tell you. So if you're on Twitter and watching this and you don't subscribe to my YouTube, please do. I'd be really grateful. Just click the old subscribe button. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with it, right? So this has come out from Malcolm on the 20th. And it's worth a read. I tell you, it's worth a read. So we're gonna have a look at it and see what he says at the beginning, and then if you want to read the rest of it, you can subscribe to his Substack to go to further understand the depth to which this actually goes. But it's phenomenal. The Trans Lobby Drug Peddler Award is the title, coming up so wonderfully scathing from Malcolm there, as usual. 2 giant law firms finance a trans group that just gave its top award to the disgraced ex-CEO of Mermaids, Susie Green. That's Susie Green who took her son to Thailand and got him castrated, who flouts the law and profits from selling banned drugs to children. Yes, that you read that right. 2 giant law firms are financing it. Malcolm continues, we are forever being told trans people are the most oppressed minority in the world. It's claimed the threat of imminent genocide, a transicide perhaps, haunts cross-dressers, like the echo of high heels on unforgiving cobblestones. That's a genius. This miserablism is hard to square, though, with the buzz and general air of jollity that marked Trans in the City's gala last Friday in London's prestigious Shard building. You know, the one that looks like an electric dildo. Shard, right? As their guests looked down on the Capitol, they did not appear to be filled with despair at this marginalisation. And there's a great picture there. Look at that. Great picture. If any anxiety about non-binary erasure did happen to surface, the generosity of the host surely calmed them. Sage, the software multinational who donated the venue for the night, is valued at 10 billion, which is no one's idea of social exclusion. You can see there, Trans in the City Awards 2024. The guests, who ran the gamut from kinda weird to very weird indeed, had gathered to celebrate yet another successful year for Trans in the City. Founded in 2017 to promote more trans representation at senior levels of big corporations, Trans in the City's website claims it now has 300 corporate partners, or captured partners, I'd call them. Given that 600 people attended the gala, that works out at 1 globally important corporation for every 2 guests. Funny kind of erasure. Welcome. Sponsorship costs these corporate partners anything from £3,000 to 25 grand. This is a sample from the Trans in the City's website of just some of them. Look here. Look who we've got. Google, Credit Suisse, Sky, Sage, Gallagher, Deutsche Bank, Amazon, Barclays. Yeah, they're up to their bloody eyeballs in it. Clifford Chance. Wix, for God's sake, Wix. I mean, they were in trouble before. Do you remember? Wix got themselves in trouble before a few years back. JP Morgan and Chase BP. I mean, it's just incredible. This is all these corporates supporting these cross-dressing LARPing men. It's just sanity. It's a roll call of the corporate great and the good, or those who self-identify as such. Proof, if we needed it, that no social justice movement in history has been as successful as quickly as the trans lobby at inserting its agenda in what socialists used to call the commanding heights of the economy. If only the revolutionary left had known that we didn't need to storm capitalism's glittering headquarters, all the men had to do was throw on a skirt and sashay past reception with a well-rehearsed head tilt at the ready. Just genius. A question remains, though. Do the corporations who sponsor Trans in the City understand what they are really supporting? The centrepiece of Friday's night celebration was Trans in the City's 2024 awards. As that reached its climax, it became clear some of the biggest brands in the world had made a colossal mistake by associating themselves with both this event and the lobby group that organised it. As executives looked on from the likes of Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, BP Barclays, JP Morgan, and 2 major law firms, Trans in the City proceeded to hand its top honour to one of the most controversial and discredited social justice activists in the UK. Trans in the City describes its CEO of the Year award as our most prestigious. And while each of our awards celebrates dedicated individuals and allies, the CEO's award is the pinnacle. Dear God. The delusion is so strong right across the board, isn't it? How anyone could consider Susie Green, the disgraced former boss of trans child charity Mermaids, the worthy recipient of any award is beyond me. Never mind CEO of the Year, yet she got it. Here she is looking like an evil alien that's hiding its malign intent, a role she carries off effortlessly. The fact is, Green had a long track record of deception and behaved so irresponsibly at Mermaids, even they, a veritable byword for negligence, had to fire her. That's a bit like being thrown out of the Church of Satan for being too creepy. She is currently trying to exploit loopholes in the law, she says, in order to supply drugs to children, which the NHS has banned. Of course she is. That Trans in the City thinks she should now be honoured tells you all you need to know about the group's values, or lack of them. So how on earth did some of the world's most respected brands end up mired in what threatens to be a reputational car crash? It's a question of pressing relevance to the two law firms above. Among the UK's biggest, these have played a pivotal role in supporting Trans in the City. Now they stand accused of celebrating an activist who is despised by much of the public and who is alleged to have taken a cavalier attitude to something these firms purport to be familiar with, the law, and not just once. This, then, is the story of how a wayward trans organisation exposed 2 law firms to ridicule and contempt. And you think that's good? It just gets better after that, right? There's a law flavour coming out over the last couple of days, isn't there? That business with the Bar Standards Board. These people are not going to go until they are removed with extreme prejudice from every position they hold. Every position they hold. And that is the job of every single one of us. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Bye-bye then.
Hello.